All right, come on. Let's video. Let's
We
go.
have a 12 o'clock reservation over
There's nobody in there.
I'm out here in Delray Beach, Florida with John and John, right?
John and
Yes.
John.
You guys are from Italy or from New York?
Our ancestors are from Italy. Now, let me tell you something about that. This is really what I want to talk about.
Talk.
Our ancestors, Italian ancestors, came to this country legally. They got in line at Ellis Island, learned English as best as they could, and became citizens. This is back in the early 1900s. My grandfather, both my grandparents, came to America with nothing in their pockets.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And they would not be hired by anyone. Italians were discriminated against that maybe people don't realize.
How about at Eastman Kodak?
At Eastman Kodak.
My father
Exactly.
came back. My father came back from World War II. My father was one of 10. 8 boys went to World War II. 8 boys came home. Not one got hired by Eastman Kodak.
That's right, because they were Italian. My father could not get hired. My grandfather, when he came, had to work in the coal mines. It's the only job he can get. Now, here's the spirit. He hardly spoke English, but he wanted a better life. What did he do? He moved his family from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where he worked in the coal mines, to Rochester, New York, bought a house with 7 apartments so that all his children could live in that house. And he opened up a little grocery store in the front, and he sold things to the neighborhood. And then, as he got more money, in the basement, he started serving dinners. And my mother and her sisters would serve the food and beer. And he built a nice business. He would not take any money from the government. He refused to take a handout. My mother, at 14 years old, he put her on a train to Detroit. Her brother, her older brother, was living in Detroit. They needed the money. She made my mother drop out of grammar school, take a train by herself to Detroit, and get a job at a box factory to send money back home. 14 years old. So, what's the message? Immigrants that come to this country are welcome. This is the land of opportunity. Here's immigrants. My grandparents couldn't speak English, became very successful, made enough money to support their family without taking any government handouts. So why do we have the society that we live in today? We have all this crazy things coming into our country, gangs, bad people, that has to stop. What do you think?
I think you're right.
John's chilling over there.
I'm hungry. It's time for our lunch.
What are you guys gonna
No.
eat?
Tremonti, right
Tremonti.
across the street.
Is it good?
It's one of the best. That's why we're here.
Can I join you?
Do you want to join us?
I'd love